Good afternoon, everyone. How is your Wednesday going? I hope you are having a fantastic week so far and that your Wednesday has been fabulous. My throat is super dry still. Anyway, I know that Wednesdays are notorious for being yucky, but I hope that these style snacks make your Wednesdays better. They make my Wednesdays better. I love coming in here and joining you and spending some time with you and having these conversations. So today we are starting a new series. If you're new here, welcome. I'm thrilled you're here. This is such a wonderful community, and you'll be surrounded by friends. I hope you'll jump right in. We just finished a series, an unintended series actually, about all the different ways that learning and knowing and understanding my personal wardrobe style has translated into my home decor style because we recently moved across the country, purchased a new home, and we got rid of most of our furniture before. And so we had to basically furnish a house from scratch. And I was really overwhelmed by it. And so for the last several weeks, I've been sharing these lessons as I've come upon them. I've recognized these connections. And so we just finished that series. And today we're starting a new series. It's called the Effortless Style series. And I'm really excited about it. I think this will be really helpful to you. It's effortless style is a catchphrase. You know, we hear it all the time. Oh, she has such effortless style, or her style looks so effortless. And what is that? How do you get that? How do you get that effortless style? So I've planned a series that we're going to talk about the things that you can do to have that effortless style. And don't forget, do you remember last week when I told you that there was something I'd been hunting for 14 years, a wardrobe item, and I finally found it and it's here. I'm going to show it to you today at the end, so stick around. You don't want to miss it. It's really good. Um, if you're part of my community, you're probably here because of a few things. You either love classic style, or you love or are interested in capsule wardrobes, or you're just looking to find your style. And today we're going to talk about how a curated or capsule wardrobe gives you the ultimate style edge and how that is such a part of effortless style. So I remember very clearly scanning my closet and looking through it and thinking, I don't have anything to wear. I was overwhelmed by all the options. The racks were packed with clothes. It's not that I didn't have clothes, I had tons of clothes, but I was overwhelmed by the options. I was shamed by the excess, and I was frustrated that I still had nothing to wear. But now, in the mornings, when I walk into my closet and I scan my neat and tidy closet every morning, passing my eyes over every item like a dear friend, contentment just floods me. I love walking into my closet. I have far fewer clothes now than I ever have, and yet I love my wardrobe more now than I ever had. So, right now, I want you to ask yourself, how do you feel when you walk into your closet? You don't have to tell me, you can tell me if you want to. Do you feel that contentment? Do you feel happy when you walk into your closet and see all those favorite things looking back at you? Do you feel overwhelmed by what you have in there? Do you feel the guilt and shame I used to feel? Do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel, I mean, what do you, I would love to know. If you feel comfortable sharing, please tell me what your closet makes you feel. And then this one, I don't want you to answer out loud. Just answer it in your head. But If you had to take a guess right now, how many items of clothing are in your closet? Just take a minute and think about it. There's no judgment, no guilt, just a little reflection. Is your closet bursting at the seams? Are there pieces in your closet that have been hanging there for years, maybe with the tag still on them because you never wear them? Do you have anything in your closet that you've literally never worn? What percentage of clothes do you actually wear from your closet? According to the Chief Design Officer of California Closets, most people only wear 20% of the clothes in their closet on a regular basis. And if that's you, you're not alone. And just like most women, I've been there. I am not there anymore, though. I pretty much wear everything in my closet. I do have some special occasion items, whether that's dressing up and getting fancy or getting down and getting dirty. This weekend, well, it's a long story I won't bore you with, but on Thursday afternoon, I suddenly decided that I had to paint a large portion of my house. I decided it started with the piano that was coming. And I was like, I have to paint that room. If I don't paint it now, it's never going to happen. And there's no good place to stop. The whole space is so open that it meant I had to go into because it's open on two sides. There's no walls. It opens into the entry, which opens into the foyer, which is connected to the staircase and the landing. Like there was nowhere good to stop. It was a huge project, but Thursday afternoon, I suddenly realized and decided that had to happen. So like right now, because the piano is coming on Friday. So I changed out of my outfit for the day and I had to go find my painting clothes. I haven't painted anything since we moved, and I knew I had tucked them away somewhere special. I just couldn't remember where that special place was. So I did find them and I did paint, and then that trickled out into painting the front door casing. And anyway, I'm done now. I'm stopped. But for 3 days, I was in my painting clothes. Those are special occasion clothes because it's a special occasion when I put them on. It's painting time. So I do have clothes like that, or camping clothes or gardening clothes or whatever, and nice dressing up and going out somewhere nice clothes. But most of the clothes, like my everyday clothes, I wear them, all of them. They get rotated. But if that's not you, you're probably asking yourself, well, what do I do now? When I first heard of capsule wardrobes, I was drawn in. It appealed to me, but I was also very apprehensive. I liked the idea of curating a smaller collection of perfect items to wear seasonally. It sounded so chic, so French, and nothing appeals to me more than French chic. But every time I looked in my closet, I just felt overwhelmed by the sheer volume of items in there, and most of them didn't suit me. The racks were stuffed, and it was a wrestling match to hang things up. Struggling to get things in and out of the racks or even see what was in there sent my anxiety through the roof, and it made putting away laundry a chore I dreaded more than any other. Overstuffed closets and drawers make laundry a nightmare for me. I can wash and fold or wash and dry with the best of them, but then I would just not fold it because folding means putting away and I couldn't fit it in. And then there's my love of variety, or my love of the idea of variety. And if finding something to wear was difficult when I had all those options, it'd be downright impossible if I cut that number down, especially if I took the advice of everything I read and limited myself to 10 or 33 or whatever random magic number of pieces. How many clothes did I actually need? Capsule wardrobes sounded chic, but they also sounded restrictive and frankly a little boring. But are they? The truth is, I usually wore the same things over and over. They were the items I really loved and could access easily. Well, I should say, or could access easily, because I couldn't put it away. So I just kept wearing the same things. And some of them were the things that I loved, and some of them were just the things that I had pulled out and not been able to put away. The others were items like things I wanted to like, or that I liked on other people, or they were too good of a deal to pass up on the clearance rack, or they were things that I really did love, but they were buried so deep in the tightly packed racks that I forgot they were there. And P.S., it's never a good deal if you never wear it, the item. So once I decided to take the plunge and create a capsule wardrobe my way, everything changed for me. And it was so freeing. I finally felt like every piece in my closet helped me express who I am. Well, it didn't at the beginning. It does now. It was a little bit of a process, but I feel so happy and well-dressed no matter what I put on in the morning. It's so easy to see what I have, and it's so easy to get dressed. My capsule wardrobe is not limited by an arbitrary number that someone else made up. It's limited by what I love and wear and what makes my wardrobe feel complete. Now, it can get so big that it's definitely not a capsule wardrobe anymore. And I've talked about that in another style snack. Then you'd probably be moving into more of an intentional wardrobe, which is also great if that's what works best for you. But I get to decide what feels right in my closet, and you get to decide what feels right in your closet. And it's made my life and my wardrobe so much more manageable. And today I want to share with you 10 things that you'll love about having a capsule wardrobe. So the first one is more time, less stress. What would you do if you had more time in a day? Time is the only commodity you cannot multiply. We all have the same amount of it, and what we do with it determines its value, right? You can't buy more time. And what would you love to spend more time doing? Is there a hobby that you love that you want to spend more time on, or even pick up again because you haven't had any time? Are there family and friends you want to spend more time with? Is there a stack of books that you never seem to get to? How about a nap? Oh, sign me up for one of those, please. I would love to have a nap. It may seem like narrowing down the pieces in your closet would make it harder to find something to wear, but actually, a capsule wardrobe has the opposite effect. When you fill your closet with only pieces that you love, that fit you well, that go with everything else in there, getting dressed in the morning is a breeze. Reducing the volume of items allows you to see exactly what you have so you can decide quickly, spend less time agonizing over what to wear, and start the day off right. And who doesn't want that? I mean, most of us don't want to spend a lot of time in our closets figuring out what to wear every day, especially not at 6 a.m. Number 2, you'll get a decluttered closet. Have you ever exhaled in relief after turning off the TV or radio or some other really loud thing and realized it was so loud, but it had been going on for so long you didn't realize just how loud it was until it was gone? Well, getting rid of all of the unnecessary noise, because that's actually what it is, noise, in your closet will leave you with more mental and physical space for the important things, the things that you love, the things that you want to be dedicating yourself to. No matter how small your closet is and feels right now, you'll be surprised by how roomy and organized it feels with only your favorites hanging up. Decluttering your space works wonders for your mental and emotional well-being too. It it just feels so good. There's a reason that this whole decluttering phenomenon is sweeping the nation. We feel overwhelmed by it. Number 3, creating outfits is easier than ever. Putting together a thoughtful capsule wardrobe will make it easier for you to create cohesive outfits on the fly because everything goes together. Everything is perfectly you, and it's easy to grab a top, a bottom, some shoes, and go. And as daunting as creating a capsule wardrobe sounds, it doesn't have to be. I've done some series in the past about capsule wardrobes and how to put them together. I have a post on how to build a capsule wardrobe. I did a whole capsule wardrobe essentials series this summer. And the Stunning Style Classic Wardrobe Guides make it even easier because I've done the work for you. Now, the doors to the Society are closed right now, but they are going to open up again next month when I release the winter Classic Wardrobe Guide. And you can join the waiting list by going to stunningstyle.com/society. The next reason that you'll love a capsule wardrobe is, and this might surprise you, versatility. What? Versatility when I'm limited to this amount of pieces? Like how does that work? Versatility comes when you have more stuff. But that's just not necessarily the case. When I was first considering creating a capsule wardrobe, I was concerned about how I could possibly make the same pieces work for both my casual and dressy styles, because if you've been around here long, you know that dressy clothes are my favorite, but I don't have a dressy lifestyle. I work from home. I have 6 kids and a dog. Like pencil skirts and heels, Sundays and date nights with my husband, but and any other excuse I could come up with to wear them. But I am able to mesh those 2 styles into my own personal style, because that is part of my personal style, combining the casual and the dressy. And I found that having a capsule wardrobe full of versatile pieces helps me create that look that I'm going for. And no matter where I am or what I'm doing, I'm never trying to dress like someone I'm not. I can take the same top and swap a pair of jeans for a skirt and take an outfit from casual to Sunday best. And in the wardrobe guides, I include 30 to 40 pieces depending on the season, just what feels complete. And that includes accessories, shoes, outerwear, it's everything. And I create 100 outfits out of that. That's more outfits than there are in a season, than days in a season. And that's pretty versatile. Never repeating an outfit in a season doesn't get more versatile than that. And I could keep going. There's no point. I don't want to overwhelm you. Number 5, saying goodbye to the wardrobe guilt and shame. Walking into my closet with the packed racks came with a wave of guilt and shame as I saw all the things I had spent money on and hadn't touched since. Leaving those clothes in my closet, never to be worn, was just as wasteful as throwing them away because they weren't being used. Whether they're in my closet or in the garbage can, not being used is not being used. It's equally wasteful. And donating or selling them can give them new life and a chance to be worn by someone who will love them and that it will suit them. And by embracing a more selective approach and sticking only to clothing that I really love and will wear is so satisfying on every level. I've stopped buying all those things, picking up all those things just because they're on sale or because I think I should. And I don't have that waste in my wardrobe anymore. Does that mean I never ever make a purchase mistake? No, there's still things that I buy and I'm like, it's probably not for me. But it's not like it used to be. When you're intentional about the clothing purchase, you love everything in your closet and you get to rid yourself of the guilt of wasted money, which I've done a whole other style snack on that. I don't think you should feel guilty about it. I've felt guilty about it. I've been there. I've wallowed and rolled around in it, swam in it and drank it. And I know all about it, but there's a whole mental shift that can help you with that. But when you're not making the same mistake over and over and over again, you don't even have to deal with that mental shift. Benefit number 6, you'll shop less. If shopping were an Olympic sport, I would be a contender. I'd probably take the gold medal. It's always been fun for me. I've always enjoyed it. It is a sport to me. It's thrilling to me. But I've reached a point in my style journey where I'm extremely content with what I have. I rarely shop for myself anymore. And when I release each new wardrobe guide, I may pick up a few things each season or nothing. Mostly I shop my closet for the season. And to say that everyone who knows me, including myself, is shocked that I don't shop much is an understatement. Between guides, I really don't shop for myself hardly at all. I do have a short wish list, and we've talked about this, that I keep on hand of things I know I really want in my wardrobe. And one of them I'm going to show you at the end. But when I do go shopping, I usually leave empty-handed. And yeah, I'm just not interested. There's so many other things I would rather do now. And I can't believe I just said that. But it turns out that what I thought was a need for a lot of variety in my wardrobe, going back to that concern that I had at the beginning when I first was looking into capsule wardrobes, was actually me trying to fill a big gaping hole in my closet because what I had didn't reflect who I am. It didn't reflect my personal style. The constant shopping was a result of being very dissatisfied with what I had. It just wasn't me. And most of it didn't suit me because I had lost my personal style when I became a mom. And we've talked about that a lot. So I'm not going to go into that again. But now that I know my style and exactly what I do and don't love, I have a lot fewer clothes, but I love my wardrobe more. Everything in my closet is my favorite, and I'm never bored. And I never think, oh, what am I going to wear today? I have nothing to wear. I never think that ever. No, I don't. And if you're struggling, if this is part of your struggle, is that you don't actually know what your style is, I have a free masterclass called 5 Steps to Find the Right Clothes for You. And it is a great starting point to find exactly what you do and don't love. It's free. It comes with a free workbook that you can download, and it'll take you through the 5 steps at your own pace so that you're not frantically trying to do it during the masterclass. It lasts just over an hour, and it's really helpful. It's really helpful to get you going on this. Number 7, you'll be able to splurge. That sounds nice, right? The monthly amount I have for my clothing budget actually hasn't changed since I started it. And I'm able to buy much nicer and more expensive things now than I was able to at the beginning because I'm not constantly shopping and wasting money on things I don't love and bringing home items just because they're on sale or because I have this big hole in my wardrobe of just a closet full of clothes that I don't like, or because I can't find the clothes that I like in my closet. Now, when I see a splurge item, I can usually buy it right then. And if I can't, I can save for it pretty quickly because I've got a reserve in my account now because I'm not shopping. I don't buy stuff. And so a lot of months I don't even spend what I have for my budget. And so it builds up, and that's why I can usually buy what I want right when I see it. So If you're just getting started out finding your style or creating a capsule wardrobe, what are you supposed to do? Well, I always encourage the members of the society to shop their closets first before they do any other shopping. I promise you, a lot of the pieces that you really love and want and will wear are already hanging in your closet. You just can't find them, or they're overshadowed by a bunch of things you don't love. I have discovered in the past, like going through my closet, I'm like, I totally forgot I had this. I love this. I would wear this. Even after you've gone through your closet and you figure out if that there are things you need to purchase to fill in the blanks, having or buying quality clothes that you'll really love and wear for seasons to come is much more cost effective in the long run than buying cheaper and buying more often, because you'll have to replace them. And we've talked about before, price and quality are not necessarily connected. You can get very nice things for a lot less money and very poor quality things for a lot of money. So that's not what I'm saying. But you'll have the money to do it when you're not wasting it on things you don't actually love. And then once you have your foundational pieces, then each season you can splurge on a few pieces to update your wardrobe and make it feel fresh again. 1 or 2 new things a season can make your whole wardrobe feel brand new. And if you're not frittering away your budget, then you'll have the money to do it. Number 8, capsule wardrobes inspire creativity. I was chatting with one of my new neighbors, and she was like, I just admire how creative you are. I'm not creative at all. And I used to say the same thing. I'm not creative at all. I have a brother who's very, very creative, and he's been that way since always. And his job he has a very creative job now. And I remember saying to him, I have no creativity several years ago. I'm not a creative person at all. And he said, everyone's creative. And creativity is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it is and the more you have. And it's true. And when I get into these creative modes, it just starts coming out. The more I do it, the more I come up with. And so sticking to a capsule wardrobe will get your creative juices flowing. You will be surprised at how many stylish and different looks you can come up with just a few pieces. And this is never more evident to me than when I travel, because I travel only in a carry-on, no matter how long we're gone. And I am just amazed at how many different looks I come up with these even more curated selection. And the creativity just starts coming because I'm working with fewer things. And like I said, the wardrobe guides have 30 to 40 pieces, and I create 100 outfit combinations, no problem. That's a lot of variety and a lot of creativity because I'm not overwhelmed by too many options. Reason number 9 you'll love a capsule wardrobe: your individual style will start to come through. Now, I've never seen most of your closets, but I'm willing to bet that not every single piece in there reflects your personal style. Unless you've been with me for a while, maybe it does. Or maybe you figured that out on your own. But when you choose to be extremely selective about what you keep and what you buy, you can really express your unique style every day. And with fewer pieces, it's easier to create outfits that are perfectly you. And every single one of them will make you feel fantastic. When you've got so many things, it's harder. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. And as you whittle it down, it'll become a little more obvious what your style is, and it'll help you narrow that all down. And then the 10th reason you will love having a capsule wardrobe is you will look amazing every single day. Do you know how that feels? It feels amazing. When I'm wearing an outfit that makes me look and feel fabulous, which is every day now, I feel like I can do anything. creating a capsule wardrobe full of pieces that you love and speak to you and tell your style story makes it effortless to create outfits that do the same. And when you wear what you love, you'll look and feel your best. Your personal billboard will tell everyone who you are every day, not just on those special occasions, but every day. And every day is that much better. Because don't you always deserve to look and feel fantastic, no matter where you are and what you're doing? I'm not going to get off on a tangent, but I will just say briefly, I've talked a lot about getting up and getting dressed every day. I've always done it, even when I had newborn, premature triplets at home. And we were quarantined on top of that for 6 months. They came home in RSV season, at the beginning of RSV season and flu season, cold season. And we didn't go anywhere for 6 months. And I was so sleep deprived. But taking that 20 minutes to get ready every day, a lot of times it was, I brushed my hair and put it in a ponytail, and I put on a t-shirt and jeans, but it made all the difference in the world. I wasn't going anywhere. Those babies didn't care what I looked like, but I did it for myself. I didn't do it for them. I didn't do it for anybody else. I still don't do it for anybody else. I do it for myself. It makes me feel great. It makes my day so much better. And I deserve that. It's a form of self-care for me, and you deserve it too. And so just because we may not be getting out and about as much as we were, doesn't mean that you don't deserve to look amazing and feel fantastic every day, because it's for you. If the mailman happens to see you and admire your outfit too, bonus, but it's really just for you. Ever since I created my first capsule wardrobe, which the first one was a little bit of a disaster. It was for one of those trips. It was the first time I packed in a carry-on only. It was for 3 weeks. And honestly, I looked like I got dressed in the dark. But I saw the value in it, and I've never looked back. I love the freedom, the versatility, and the creativity that I've experienced ever since I simplified my life and embraced this mentality of a curated wardrobe. I love that I have more money to splurge on those amazing pieces, one of which I'm going to show you soon, that I wear over and over again and just make me feel incredible when I do. I don't think of it as eliminating things or depriving myself. I think of it as keeping only what I love and being very selective with my purchases and what gets a home in my wardrobe and what takes up my time. And so I would love to know from you, like, what do you think about a capsule wardrobe? Do you love it? Do you think, no? Have you tried it? What was your experience with it? Yeah, I'd love to know, because it's kind of like when you get on a really great exercise routine and you start to feel really great because of all the endorphins and everything. And you're like, oh my gosh, you've got to start exercising too, because it feels fantastic. And other people are like, no, I'd rather sleep in. That sounds horrible. I don't want to. That's kind of how this feels. If you've never done it and you hear me and you're like, you're crazy. Maybe I am crazy, but not about this. And I will say one, just this parting thing, a capsule wardrobe may not be for you, and it's totally okay if it's not. But if it intrigues you, if it is something that you've looked into or thought about, it doesn't hurt anybody or anything for you to try it out. You don't have to get rid of the other stuff. Go through and pull out the items that you love and that would go together, and just try it out. Put them at the front of your closet together where you can see them together. That's the whole point, narrowing it down in a space that you can see it, right? And give it a try and see what happens. You may love it. You may find that, your first attempt, like mine, needs some refinement. My second one was way better. And fortunately, that one only lasted 3 weeks. But it could be the thing that changes everything for you. Okay, I see your comments and questions. I am going to, before I get to those, I am going to show you the thing that I talked about last week. Like I said, I don't shop much anymore, but I do have this list of items that I want in my wardrobe that feel like a hole in my wardrobe. But I won't just buy anything. I'm selective about it. And this particular item, I saw it 14 years ago and I've wanted it ever since. It didn't have to be the exact one, but something like it. And I've looked for it off and on. And, you know, when I'm out shopping or out looking around, it's on my list. And so it's one of the things that I look for, and I haven't found it until 2 weeks ago ish. I looked again. I saw someone wearing something similar, and I was like, oh, I'm going to just take a quick look because this is the season I would want to wear it. And I found the exact one. I found it, and it's here. And there is a slight problem with it, and I'm investigating whether it can be fixed. And if not, at least now I know it's out there, and my hope has expanded. So I'm going to step over here and put it on and come back because I want to surprise you completely. Okay, no, first I have to say this. I have to say where I saw it. Okay. Raise your hand if you've seen the movie The Devil Wears Prada. Also, have you seen it, watched it a bunch of times? Me. I love that movie. Oh, I love Meryl Streep. She's incredible. And the clothes in that movie are to die for. It's just a fun movie. Anyway, there is one specific item that when I saw it, I was like, oh, I would love that. Or one like it. And it was at the very end of the movie when Andy is no longer in her position. I don't want to, if you haven't seen it and you're going to see it, I don't want to spoil it for you. But it's the end of the movie when she's kind of come full circle to who she is, right? And I was going to show you the picture. She's feeling confident in herself and she really knows who she is now. I accidentally closed it. Hold on, I gotta find it again. If you watch that movie and there was something in that movie that you saw anyone in there wear and you were like, oh, I want that, and it's stuck with you all this time, tell me what it is. And maybe it's the same thing as what I loved. Okay, here it is. That jacket. Oh my gosh, that jacket. The color and the fit, and oh, it's the jacket. Okay, now I'm going to put it on and I'll show you. Could you die? Now, did you see the problem with it though? It's got sun damage. Like it was hanging on a hanger in the sun. That side's the worst. So I'm going to take it to a shoe person who hopefully can fix it for me. But could you just die? It is so beautiful. And the color and the fit are fabulous. I would totally wear it with what I'm wearing today if it didn't have this sunspot and it weren't 80 degrees outside. Or maybe I would wear it even if it were 80 degrees outside. But I'm wearing my red flats today, and just how perfect is that? That's the back. It was worth waiting for 14 years. It was worth being selective and not buying just any brown leather jacket that I wouldn't have been satisfied with and I would not have really worn. And it just would have been a waste of my money. It didn't have to be this exact jacket, but I knew what I was looking for. I knew I wanted this fit, this nice tailoring. I knew I wanted the color, like I knew the color I was looking for. It even has silver, well, more like pewter hardware, right? It doesn't even have gold hardware. It's perfect. Like, it's perfect. I had been extremely selective. If I had found one like it didn't have to be this one, but being selective was worth it. And that meant because I hadn't spent my money on ones that were just okay and then I didn't wear, and then I had the money for this one. I bought it just like that. No hesitation. Zero. So, yes. I'm so happy. Okay, let's take a look at the comments. And I'm just going to wear my jacket because it's not 80 degrees in my office. Just wear it now. Lynette says, hello, April. I made it today. I'm so glad, Lynette. I love it when you're here. Rachel says, I love your shirt. Thank you. I love turtlenecks and mock turtlenecks, and I love half sleeve turtlenecks and mock turtlenecks. And I really want a white one, both long sleeve and half sleeve. So if anybody comes, not off-white, not ivory, not cream, not winter white, I mean paper white. So if anybody sees one, I look every year, and every year they're just off-white, and it bugs me. So yeah, I love this. Thank you. Finding navy was a real find. It was something I had really wanted, and I finally found one, and I love it. I wear it a lot. Diana says, hello from Virginia. Oh, I love Virginia, Diana. I bet it's gorgeous right now. Brenda's hello. Hello, Brenda. A Facebook user says, I feel happy thanks to your advice. So you feel happy when you walk in your closet. That makes me happy. And I'm so glad that I was able to be part of that and help you with that. Thank you. I wish I could see your name. A Facebook user says she has 30 items in her wardrobe. I can't see the name, but I'm going to guess this might be Alethea. She is the minimalist queen and has done such an incredible job of refining her wardrobe to perfectly suit her and being so selective. Just, if it's not Alethea, please tell me. But that's immediately who I thought of. Patty says hello from Ohio. Hello. Sarah says, is this top from the guide? It's a great navy. No, unfortunately, I got this. It's been a couple years since I got this. Nancy says, I have actually counted them. Wow, Nancy, I'm impressed. Made a conscious attempt to reduce the number a little at a time. Well, I would love to know the results of your conscious attempt. Like, are you happy? Are you pleased with your efforts? Did it give you what you wanted? Tell me more. A Facebook user says, I love my wardrobe and wear everything in it, largely thanks to following your advice. Yay, I love hearing that. I wish I could see your name. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. Denise says, mostly content with what is there, probably a total of 50 to 75 items, not including my special occasion things. I love it. What are you not content with? And what are you content with? And yeah, I would love to know. That makes me happy. Brenda says, yes, I get that. I wish I knew at what point you said that, but I'm glad that you get that. Lynette says, question, do you also try to do capsules for your husband and children? So kind of, well, Adam is an adult, right? He can do whatever he wants, but he does that on his own. Yeah, so I've never tried to control his wardrobe, but he does it on his own. He did it before. He's always done it that way. He knows what he likes and he buys that, and yeah, he's kind of got his own uniform. I've got my uniforms. He has his, And for my kids, absolutely. Yeah, I do. And it's not 30 to 40 pieces either. It's less. They only wore the same things over and over again. And at the end of each season, most of what we were purging because they'd outgrown it had never been worn. And so I was like, and when we travel, I packed 7 outfits for them. And so, and then we would just mix and match those. And I was like, why am I doing this? And so, yeah, I do. Lynette says, in all honesty, I'm still keeping too much, but better with keeping down my husband's clothes. So it sounds like maybe your husband loves clothes too. Some men do, some don't. My dad does. My husband doesn't really care. I mean, he likes to look nice, but he only shops if he really needs something. And it's only too much if it feels like too much for you, to you. Marcy says, I noticed that you now have drapes in your office windows. You noticed that, did you? Yes. So in my studio space, I have the drapes, and then I have these 4 windows around me. And since those have drapes, I'm typically not a huge fan of drapes in my house. I just don't. Anyway, but I went ahead and matched them all the way around, and just to frame the windows, and because when I'm filming or taking pictures, I need to be able to control the light. So it does help with that. In my last house, I had Roman shades. I don't have Roman shades in this house. So I just decided I would have done Roman shades, except I had done curtains over here. And it helps even more with the sound. Like the echo is totally gone now, but thanks for noticing. Judy says, have you checked the Fold London yet? I'll send some pictures from the catalog. I haven't. I was painting my house instead of checking anything. I'm done painting though. I'm done painting. I'm washing and putting away my painting clothes. We're done. I've got to get on with other stuff. But no, I haven't. I want to see it. I would love it if you sent me some pictures. Peggy says, thank you for sharing your brother. Oh, what my brother said. Yeah. He's so creative. He is. And I just really, I appreciated what he said to me, and I took it to heart, and I found it to be true. So I would love to, if you start flexing your creativity muscles and finding that, I would love to hear back from you. Becky says, have you ever done a segment on how you pack for travel and a carry-on? I've never done one live like this, but I do have a few articles on my website about it, about packing in a carry-on. Yeah, so I could do one if you wanted to see it live, but it's one of those things that's kind of hard to demonstrate live because it would maybe take too long. Oh, and Lynette says, yes, but I should do it again for new members. Maybe I will. I would have to think about how I would do that live without being too long and awkward. Rachel says, when you look good, you feel good. I have always dressed up for me, but people will say, who are you dressed up for? And I tell them, for me. Exactly, Rachel. Dressed up for me. Just for me. I just like it. Yes. Denise says, I'm building my capsule wardrobe to reflect me, my style, my life. Although I have always been mostly selective, now it's really helping to know what to eliminate and why. Denise, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you've had, that's always kind of been your tendency, and now you're just refining it. I can't wait to see more. Peggy raised her hand. You love that movie too. You've seen it. Becky says, my husband still says all the time, why are you so dressed up? Because I like it. I just like it. Amelie says, you're killing me. Just a little. You have to, it's fun to tease. And a little, I did it to my kids yesterday. It was so good. A mother's prerogative to torture them just a little bit. But it was fun, and they had fun, and I had a lot of fun. They handled it well. So you've had your satisfaction. I didn't string it out too long, right? Just a little. Rachel says, mine says that too, and I'll be wearing nice jeans and a nice shirt. I'm wearing a nicer version of what everyone else is wearing, I guess. Well, the truth is, I'm usually just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Today, I'm just wearing jeans and a sweater. I'm wearing a column navy and red flats. But it looks so dressy because this is a totally different topic. And I have talked about this in the past, but because you can wear a t-shirt and jeans, like your husband's old stretched out college t-shirt that's way too big and some jeans from the 90s, right? Or you can wear a t-shirt that fits you nicely in a color that looks amazing on you in a pattern you love, and some jeans that lift and separate your bum, and that's a t-shirt and jeans, and it just looks way more dressed up, especially when you're wearing something that just really suits you. Trisha says, would you mind sharing the brand color of lipstick you're wearing? It's gorgeous. Sure. This is Lip Sense Fly Girl, and I love it. Rachel says, I love the fit of that jacket. I know. I love it too. Peggy says, it's beautiful. Thank you. I agree. Marcy says, the fit is beautiful. Would you share how tall you are? I'm 5'6". Diana says, beautiful. Thank you. Peggy says, it fits you like the proverbial glove. Good luck at the cobbler. It does fit me like the glove, and thank you. I'm gonna go, I think, today. I haven't had time to go yet, but I will. Carolyn says, was that movie really 14 years ago? I know. Did it make you feel old when I said that? It made me feel old because I was like, it just came out a few years ago. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, it came out a long time ago. It's 14 years ago. Sandra says, why not send it back to Talbot's and trade it for another? Oh, this isn't from Talbot's. This jacket is 14 years old. More. It's got to be more than 14 years old because it's the exact same jacket she wore in the movie. It's this exact jacket. It's not brand new. I bought it on eBay. And if the movie was released in 2006, that means they filmed and edited before that. I mean, it's probably 15 or 16 years old. So I don't think Talbot's would take it back. And they definitely don't have a replace it for me. So Carolyn says, hi. I don't usually catch you live. Well, I'm glad you did this time, Carolyn. Lynette wants to know, is the jacket true to size? Yes. Kathy says, your jacket may be a walnut brown. It totally looks great on you. Thank you. I think I agree with that. Walnut, I would use this walnut to describe this color. Kathy is a color expert, so she would know much better than I would exactly what you would call this color walnut. She's specifically a leather color expert. So yes, I think so, but that just makes me want to cry right there. That makes me want to cry twice as hard. So sad. And the seller didn't say a word about it and didn't show it in the pictures. So anyway, here it is. I hope it was worth the wait for you. It was definitely worth the wait for me. And I'll let you know once I know if it can be fixed. All right, ladies, this was fun as always. I love that you spend this time with me, and I really appreciate it. I know you have a lot of things to do, and you could spend your time anywhere, and I appreciate that you spend it with me. And I love spending this time with you. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. Remember, this is just the first in our Effortless Style series, and we will be continuing on with it next week, and you don't want to miss it. So join me again next week at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, same bat channel. And we will continue. Oh, Sandra says, it really is a fine. My apologies. It's beautiful. Oh, you don't need to apologize. I probably stumbled my words and it sounded like I said Talbots. Oh, yeah, no. There are no apologies, Sandra. Lynette says, thank you. You're welcome. Peggy says, thank you. I enjoyed spending lunch with you. I enjoyed spending lunch with you too, Peggy. Thanks. And everyone else, she says, me too. All right, ladies, I will see you next week. Have a fantastic